Okay. I adjusted the microphone volume. It was making this terrible hiss kind, not a terrible hiss, but a hiss at the beginning of the recordings. So I've adjusted that. Maybe it won't hiss like it was. Okay, now I like to use the hoe. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to start addressing the tree. I'm going to try. So let's just see what I can do with this tree now. Alright, I don't have a bow, and I don't have enough string to craft a bow right now. So let me see what I can do here. Got this tree. Now remember, haven't played this before. Hang on here. Is it nighttime? I didn't go to sleep here. Hold on. Good day to you. That's right. Alright, so the sun is going down. The game will let me sleep with that slime there. Oh no! Will it let me sleep with that zombie right there? Let's see. I know I can't rest when monsters are near, but it'll let me sleep now. Okay, so let's get to daytime here. That zombie will light on fire. Alright, so now we're almost a minute and a half wasted here. That's not recording. Okay, there's the zombie, there's this guy. I still gotta figure out what to do. Make another hoe. Do I want a wooden hoe, or do I want to try to use a stone hoe? I think I want to use a stone hoe. It'll hoe faster. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, wait, oh yeah, that brings me to the axe issue also. Alright. Oh, ho, ho. I'll need more than 3. Anyway, here we go. We'll just start with crafting 1 stone axe, and this is for chopping the wood. Not for attacking. But what is this? This gives me 9 attack damage. So that's right. I read someplace that this is the combat update. Look at this. Could be referred to as the axe update or something like that. Like the axe becomes the preferred weapon because it has more strike damage, attack damage. Of course, this isn't attack here. This is just self-defense. I'm just standing here and this guy's just coming after me. Alright. So let's take care of these little dudes. And what I'm going to do is chop up into the tree and try to get myself elevated. This is what everything, I don't know if this is what everything in nature does when it wants to protect itself, is you go up high. That's right, you go up high to try to avoid what's down there. There are some predators that'll somehow get you up high, but it's instinct to just climb up high. Okay, so now these slimes can't get to me. Right now, these slimes can't get to me. Although everything I say prove me wrong. Everything I say, but the slimes should have a hard time getting up here unless I build them a staircase. Sorry, unless I build them a staircase, they should have a hard time coming up to talk to me here. Maybe building a treehouse is the way to just living in this world. Again, a learning process here, but as far as easy and hard and not getting a moment of rest, or just being able to relax and actually enjoy what's going on around me, there's no question about that. Alright, so that's right, and again, I started out with 43 saplings, 41 or 43, and I most definitely, you want to, that's right, you collect, in this game I've got 3 saplings so far, so I don't really, it's not panic, but you always want to at least get back what you put in. Sometimes a tree, it's not like going to the ATM machine and you withdraw, you ask for $300, but the machine only gives you $280 or something. It's not that the game shorts you. It's just, again, there's some kind of probability matrix or algorithm built into the program. Most of the time, it'll at least give you a 1-to-1 ratio. Most of the time, it'll give you 2-to-1, 3-to-1 over time. Over time, you get many. You could ultimately fill up the entire world with saplings if you had just one tree to start with. But when you're short on saplings and there aren't forests every place, it's something else to think about. Where it's kind of it's not like iron, in that iron really is a rare commodity in Superflat because you can't mine for it. But it's still something to think about because there is not an infinite number of trees or forests to go find the saplings. Plus, the trees will give you apples. Not always, but for a while I was wishing that the acacia trees would give you some kind of fruit to eat. I don't know what acacia trees give you in real life, if anything. I don't think oak trees give you apples either, but these are oak trees, not apple trees. So again, it would have been nice in the savannah if the acacia trees would give you some kind of food to eat, or something like a pod that comes out of it that you could use to craft into a soup or something like that. So anyway, all right. So right now, normally I won't be working on a tree like this, but I want to at least try to stay in easy mode for a little while here. And again, if I go down to the ground, there's an apple. If I go down to the ground, I'm not going to be able to just work on this. And so I'm just trying to trim it down. And even at night, the mobs, I don't think the mobs will spawn up in the tree. But I don't have a bow and arrow. So I've got a couple little different projects today, I guess, that I'd like to work on. But as far as, I also don't like to leave monster trees around either. So taking this thing down is actually something that I have to do. It's just a matter of, do I want to try to do it all in normal mode or easy mode, or do I want to put it into peaceful and just take my time? But at least if I get started like this, get a head start. But as far as trying to go down to the ground, again, I don't want to die in this game. I don't want to ever die. I don't want to get old either. That's a whole different conversation. So let's just keep on doing this. Eventually the sun will set, and I can just run back across the yard. So by taking out leaves first, so now I've already got 16 saplings. Just keep on going here. And again, unless I build the slimes a staircase, they would have found their way up here. It's with the mobs. It's like checking a submarine, like checking the hull HULL of a submarine or a ship for a water leak. Like if there's any possible way for those things to get in, they'll find a way. It's no different than a water pressure than a is there a leak in your pipe? Just set something up and the mobs will tell you. And the mobs, it's actually the word mob apparently stands for like mobile. It's not what it sounds like. You'd think that the monsters, well, they're calling the monsters mobs, but mob is actually a 3-letter acronym for a mobile operating biter. It's something like that. So the mobs, that's why they call the cows mobs. That's why they call the chickens mobs. That's why I'm not sure if they call the villagers mobs. I think they do actually, because it's actually a 3-letter acronym for something to do with the program. It has nothing to do with the fact that, well, you could think of a monster, one of these monsters, as being a mob, as in like a mob of people attacking you or something. But that's not what mob actually stands for. But it makes a lot of sense. But it's mob is, I think, it's a 3-letter acronym for something else relating to the program. Okay, so here we go. We got this down to a flat layer. My little, that's right. It's 40 something long, 41 or 43. We're just keep on going here. That guy, I don't think I was out of range, but here they are. Well, one on the left, one on the right. They're paying attention, but they can't get up here. And again, I'm not on a suicide mission here to go down there and try to fight all these guys. That's right, that's what it turns into. And again, if I could, even if I had enchanted diamond armor, and an enchanted sword and a power 5 bow, you still can't really, they don't stop. They don't stop. I've watched The Walking Dead. Oh, we have 10 minutes and 40 seconds here, so hold on. I've watched The Walking Dead and, zombie movies, and I enjoy the zombie genre, the whole thing. Like, they just don't stop. And, yeah, Rick, and, well, that's right. May Shane rest in peace. But that's exactly right. They just don't stop. And so you only fight them when you have to. This is a video game, but that's the exact idea. The zombies don't stop. All right, so here we are. We're 11 minutes and 11 seconds exactly now. So let me keep, we're coming up on night. Let me come down from here. There's a sapling there. There's a slime. If my eyes are not deceiving me. So let's get out of here and go in here. And fit through there. And let's just get inside. So, alright, so back in. I've already collected 24. And again, the wood is all there, but the saplings are always the question mark. 24 question marks. 24 saplings. Only I haven't really started cutting anything down yet. So, all right, let's pause the recording, and I'll just go to bed in my full gear.